Okay, this is a quick little video on how to book a table slot on the new Ellenborough table booking system. So hopefully you will have all been sent a message from Ron asking if you want to be registered. If you've said yes, he will have then sent you a message back that looks very similar to the email that I'm currently showing you. It's an email that basically provides you with a web link, sometimes called a URL. Now, for most people, when you receive this email, you will be able to just click on the link straight. So for instance, if I hover with my mouse over the web link here, I can then click that link and it immediately takes me to a web browser. Now, the first screen that you'll be presented with is a screen that effectively says that you're agreeing with our terms and conditions. Okay, in order to use the system, you'll need to click on this little button here, and when you click next, you'll be taken through to the home page. Now, the home page gives you some very important text that we'd like you to read. It's essentially safety information to do with COVID-19. We'd really appreciate if you could read this information and take on board all of its important messages. Further down, you'll be presented with a list of buttons with dates. Now, each of these dates represents a booking sheet, a sheet that can be used to book individual slots. So what you need to do is you need to say, when do I think I might want to book a table slot for? Okay, and I'm going to pick Friday the 17th. Okay, so when I click on that button, you'll be presented with a table booking sheet. The top bit of the booking sheet shows all of those buttons again so that you can quickly whiz around to other days if you think, okay, this isn't going to be quite so convenient. But if you scroll down, you'll see a booking sheet which consists of a heading, the date for that booking sheet, a list of times on the left-hand side, which is repeated on the right-hand side for convenience. And it's broken up into 4 sessions. So we have a session between 9:30 and 12:30. We have a second session between 1:30 and 3:30. We have a third session between 4:30 and 6:30, and then the evening session from 7:30 until 10:30. So for each of those 4 sessions, at the right-hand side, you'll see in a column labeled steward, the name of the person who's going to be running that session. And if we haven't got a steward to be able to run that particular session, it will say no steward. Now, anywhere on the booking sheet where you see the word free, that's an opportunity for you to book a table slot. So for instance, if you would like to book table 1, 9:30 till 10:15 on Friday the 17th of July, you click on this button and it presents you with a booking form. So the booking form will already have the first name and the surname of the person who's logged in here. What you need to do is provide the name of the second person you're going to be playing against. So for instance, perhaps you're going to be playing me. You would enter my name. Okay. You need to be able to signal whether there are any juniors. So in this instance, we'd say no, there are no juniors. The form should already have filled in your contact email address. Okay. If this is different for any reason, you can highlight it and type in a new one. Finally, we have a comments box. Now, let me just explain why we have a comments box. If there is a scenario where we do not have all of your contact information, so for instance, maybe your telephone number has changed since you became a member, or maybe your email address for this particular period might have changed. This is the box to put that kind of information in. Okay, it means that should we have to contact you because of track and trace, then we can get hold of you. That's the purpose of this box. Once you've filled in all those details, you click on the book table. And what you can see is that that box now has changed. It's now a slightly different color, signaling to everybody else that that slot is now not free. Okay. If you need to change any of the details in that booking, then you can click on the update button. You click on the update button, it brings up the form again, and you can then change any of those details. So I maybe need to put some additional telephone number details in. And then you can hit the update booking button down here. Maybe you've decided that actually you're not going to be able to play on that particular session, in which case you might click the cancel the booking, okay? Or maybe you just realize that actually everything's fine, in which case click on the home page and you'll go back to the home page, okay? So if I click on the update booking, you can see it's up, still saying update. Only the person who's booked that session or that slot can click on the update button. If you're a member and you weren't the one to make that original booking, then you won't have the update button. So nobody else can go into that. That is your booking. It only shows your first names, okay? The stewards later on will be able to see both the first names and the surnames. If you've got any questions, send me an email. My name is Gordon Izat and my email address is gordon.izat.tt@gmail.com. Okay, and that will be available also on the registration email that goes out to you. Take care. Hope that's all well.